We now return to Let's Play SimCity. Well, we're here back in Gazconda, and as you can see, a lot of people wanted to expand. We need to increase densities along this road, and basically along here as well. They're doing just fine here, as far as that's concerned, because we are already in medium density. I'm going to go ahead and let this go for a little bit. What we're going to have to do here, though, is basically a complete restructure, because we want to be able to knock this out and get it into proportion for a mega tower. And that essentially means wiping out everybody, probably including the skate park. It does. Well, that's not exactly ideal, but we'll go ahead and do it. And actually, I will pause for this because we're doing so much destructive re-editing. I just want to get this kind of up in place. No. Jesus. Right now, just because we kind of need to do that. I guess I may as well just get rid of these guys too. That's a lot of population that suddenly disappears, but better to have it disappear now, I feel, rather than kind of hang on to it. Let's go ahead and bump everyone up to medium. And we'll do that on this side as well. That should help out here. Now we still have this very unfortunate issue where I've got all this stuff kind of like this. Now I guess I can already go ahead and do that then, and then we'll just kind of make this backside a little bit. This map, this city layout didn't really go quite how I'd originally envisioned, and I guess if I would do it again, to kind of, because I wanted it to be more sloped, you know, more of a hive city type thing where you had all the high-rise buildings in the top and the mega towers, and then it gently went out to you know, the sort of the nicer homes, not necessarily like the trailers and whatnot, kind of like this, just shoved in between here, but you know, just kind of slope it out so that the elevation of the towers kind of made an interesting look. So to that end, I guess I would have to make this avenue sort of a central thing if I wanted to utilize the streetcars, which is kind of the whole point of this ring. Anyway, in order to effectively utilize this at all, I guess we're going to have to kind of do this. And you know, this kind of looks alright. I mean, it's not optimal, no, but it does add a little bit of visual interest to it, where something like this does not necessarily do that, because right now it's a lot of empty space with parks in between. So what I'm actually going to do down here, I'm just going to go ahead and do this. I don't know that I want to bring it all the way to that curve. We'll just bring it to where it starts to curve. And maybe we'll get a little bit of homes in there, and that might mix and do stuff there. Yeah, kind of like that. Okay. So we really don't need that. I mean, if we're looking at population, what we really need is elite. We are looking more for elite homes. Well, it just so happens that the Mega Tower has no high wealth apartment level, which I think it's time we add. Now, I'm kind of deviating a lot from the plan that I had about how to get three towers sort of self-sufficient. I feel that video was meant to, because the video I got this off of was, excuse me, how to make a city only using mega towers, and it works. But I feel like the pattern for getting it self-sufficient is specifically for that. Now, obviously, if I did that here, we'd be fine, because the mega towers would take care of themselves, and then I could just manage the city. That's sort of what I wanted to do, but the towers themselves don't do a lot. I mean, not in here. They're not doing a lot for making me money. And really, if I wanted to do this properly, well, as you can see, we actually need like an office level, which I can put in. I can put in a medium mega tower. I mean, not right now because I do not have the money, but that does exist. So I could put this one in with the mall level, or actually probably with the office level for medium tech, because that's sort of where the jobs would be. I mean, we could get job retail, but we can see already, well, doing that would help increase my unsatisfied needs here, so maybe. But as part of that layout of the office, I can just put in a mall level. Anyway, what I want to do now, though, is actually just put in an apartment level with some high wealth. So we're going to get that going. And we got this. And now, because I destroyed so many low wealth homes, they should, in theory, be moving elsewhere. Possibly coming down into here, squeezing these up. What do you mean there's no... I mean, it will take over these eventually, I would think. Those are not so big that you can't expand into an apartment. We are seeing a little bit of them be built up over here, so that's good. So I do have, and these are all functional in this town, right? Okay, good. We are making that much profit that I'm able to sustain that, which is very useful. So that's kind of the whole point. I do hope that these get a little bit better. The wealth over here is good, right? There we go. This is heading towards an academy. Now that is not something I actually want in this town. I don't necessarily know that I can't build more than one. These actually have to be residential buildings. Now, I could build control net, though, right? I don't know. There's a whole bunch of things that I can actually build. So this facility, plop it in your city to transmit to the academy. When the control net from the academy isn't enough. Oh, okay, I see. So basically it extends my... Right, okay. I don't necessarily know that that's something we want in this tower. Or the tower. In this city. Although if I really want to futurify everything, and now there is a gigantic, holy crap, demand for high wealth commercial. So, in that case, I could, in fact, attempt to build another mega tower. At this point, we could pay these off. These were regular 50s, right? Well, I could do that to get some quick cash. It would not be enough to build another mega tower, especially not at the price of this mega tower. This one is 300,000. I guess we could go try and pilfer some more from Omega City out there. I'm gonna let this go. May as well. It's just making me money. We'll go slow. Industrial wise, that would also take care of that, having the offices, I believe. Well, shoot, because what I can do, I can put a bigger mall level in here, actually, taking care of it just in here. Which would be fine. That is not what I was looking for. This. So we've got some people there. Yeah. So I could just actually do it all in one tower. I mean, if I'm really going to go that route with it, then I'm basically using towers, I believe, as they were intended, which is just to kind of add more to your city rather than be replacements. Because then I could just add what I need and then balance more and then add and add and add. I mean, you can put in 8 mega towers in a city, and I feel like if you were going to just use one city, then you're also going to have to use these uglier ones because you need some of that low wealth in there. I feel we can go ahead and get rid of some of this, even though those ones are... I mean, all of these in here are in the way. They're not a part of this. Do we have a... We do. We have an upgrade. Excellent. Okay, well, what can we put here? We don't yet have... I mean, I suppose I could put a financial center. We have one of everything here. So, just to add to this, I suppose I'll put this one in. Sure, why not? That way we at least kind of get a site for it. Now, where I'm going to put the Department of Education, I don't know, maybe there in the middle? And where I want to put this, I'm not sure. Hey, it would fit right outside the very busy Mega Tower. I don't know. I don't know where I want to put it. How are things doing here as far as education? Well, we do not, in fact, have anybody really being educated outside of that one section. Now, this should be at max, right? I don't have anything. Yeah, I've got the ability to pick more students up. I guess we can put down another one of those. Come over here. I did kind of want to put a little bit of everything in here, and I guess that's not how that works, really. I feel it seems like the different levels of this are meant to be more, you build one for specific tasks. For example, community college helps with tech levels of industry. Same with university, but as far as education quality, I feel, I don't know, just out of a role-playing need, I was just putting things down that I would want in this city. I'm not really trying to metagame it and do things that are just for the sake of having them. There. Now you can go to school too. Whether or not we have capacity for you to do so is another question entirely. These, they're already there. I mean, they are ready to go, but they are not budging as far as expansion. Looks like we're getting a little bit of that out here. Ah, yes, and this road squeezes in anyway, so we're not going to get much. So this is where commercial would go. If I... Yes, I know. High wealth. What do you mean high wealth shoppers needed? Shops needed. Okay, that's what I was going to say. These guys ought to be there. Now, as far as that's concerned, let's see how I can expand out. These are the shops. That's actually okay. So yeah, I think the only way I'm going to manage to make this work, unless I did it here, because it looks like we're getting a little bit of combined medium and I don't know. I guess we'll just utilize the mega towers for that purpose to kind of spread out and get what I require. We're not making much money. I am kind of using it, which means there's very limited purpose to what I can do in here. I've kind of already filled this in, and I guess I can get rid of the industry. I would feel better about that if I had a mega tower with a level on it. Now, in order not to break myself completely, maybe I'll just add to this tower until we get it capped out, and then we'll just, because that's cheaper for one rather than plunking it down. I do want to have 4 in here eventually, but maybe that's just not feasible. So let's go ahead and actually just do this. We need a big business. We need the elite business. We also need more jobs for these guys. So let's take a look here and just see what it's going to cost me. Medium tech level is 103 and 49. This is much easier to attain, for one thing. I'm just worried that we don't have enough in town now because of this yet, that we would go bankrupt because we're not going to be able to get enough. Now, what are these guys going to? There's medium wealth, okay. That's fine. We're actually seeing medium... These are not actually commercial. See, that's another thing too that I've maybe misplayed a little bit, is that I only use the inside for commercial. I mean, generally you don't need that much commercial. That's not really the thing to do. Have we reached another level? No. Oh, we've unlocked Mayor's Mansion. Well. Unfortunately, it costs money to do that. The Mayor's House is a thing that I can put in. Where I want to put it, again, I'm not sure. Maybe I will put it kind of as a park-ish garden thing. Or put it right in there so everybody drives right by the mayor's house. Yeah, why not? It's more symbolic, right? This isn't actually where I'd be living. I mean, if I was mayor, I'd have like 5 different homes, and I'd be traveling to my resort in the Florida Keys. So yeah, we'll just put it right here so everyone can drive by and toss eggs at it. Now that's something, it's unfortunate too, because well, maybe it's not there. I don't know, somewhere along here, and I think maybe it's before I put this down. It says something about, well, okay, I guess maybe it's here. I thought I saw something about people can throw eggs at you, or they can come and, I mean, here, borrow a cup of sugar, or what. But I swear I saw somewhere in here about people can toss eggs, which was kind of a reference to SimCity 3000. I don't remember if it's in SimCity 4, but your mayor's house actually keeps track of a statistic, which this one sadly does not, which shows you how many eggs have been thrown at your home. And it's like, the city hall has like miles of red tape, and there's all those little tongue-in-cheek statistics that some of those buildings had. I kind of missed that. But anyway, what the eggs thrown statistics actually showed was your popularity. You don't actually get that here. I don't think you actually have an ability. That is a thing, though. I remember looking through some stuff, and I found that statistic. There is a thing for increasing your land value, or not your land value, your popularity. I'm not sure what it does, because I think it was in the other games. I think your popularity is what allows you to unlock certain things. I don't remember offhand. I'm just talking out of my butt right now. But hey, big old park down here, which sadly is actually going to destroy all that. This is futurefied anyway. Well, this part is, I guess. Now, if I really wanted to go complete Future City, though, that is where I'll have to bring ControlNet in, won't I? Well, if I can actually get the franchising from Omega City, then I can also have them come here too. Because when they start franchising the buildings, then that futurefies the city. That I wanted this to actually be a future city. I wanted this to be a city of tomorrow that actually had all that and looked like it. It looks like I can add a little bit more commercial. There's now more demand for it, so we'll go ahead and do that. Can I get a look? Fine, whatever. So we'll put little shops back there. That'll be fine. And I do have enough money now to take care of this elite shopping, so I guess I'm going to do that. We're low on money. Although, if I look at statistics here, we really need those jobs more than we need anything else. I mean, the unsatisfied amount of shopping is negligible for these people, but the demand for it is incredible. So really, I think these statistics are really more useful for getting this stuff going. In which case, I don't really. I mean, we'd have to start putting down more of this, like some very. I do want to put one of these down, though. Unfortunately, it would wipe out and destroy the symmetry of these kinds of buildings. That's not something I'm really prepared to do with this, because the whole point is to make it a symmetrical city, and I realize right now it's asymmetrical because of this, but I'm going to eventually remove that once I get jobs. So I guess we'll be saving instead. Yeah, see, there's just not enough people in this level to make it worth the money. Our kids need education. Okay, so there's clearly not enough education, clearly not enough high education. I would imagine that's what that goes for. Raises medium land wealth. So a high school, were I to put one in, would I just keep it over here? See, I don't want to put that in either. I guess I can put a library right here. That's a fairly cheap thing to do. And we'll keep it away from the inside of the inside road. That's not going to help them as far as school is concerned. I can drop an education level on this, and that alone might just help. 70 grand. Maybe we'll just do that. I don't know, there's too much money. In that case, why don't we go shopping? And by shopping, I mean we're gonna go borrow some money from our rich uncle over in Omega City 1. Oh shit, I've got a million simoleons. I think we can afford to help out. We're gonna want, well, a lot more than I think I'm actually willing to give. Let's try giving about, how About 300K. Okay. What's the deal? Well, you're having issues. You're always having issues. This is the city of issues. So we'll just be kind of hopping out of there. So I guess I really don't want to move the community college right now, but apparently it's more effective if it's closer to actual industry. I find that highly dubious, but it would fit here. Alright, we'll do it. We'll do it there, we'll get rid of this. And we'll find something else to do with that. Now, where's my actual school, though? Oh, it's in the Mega Tower. Of course it is. Well, so we'll do that. The bus stop... That's really just for picking people up, isn't it? How are we doing here? Still at unsafe education levels. Which means eventually I will want a high school. I want to try and add as much of everything as possible for education. Still don't have enough. Boy, this causes nothing but havoc. I've really got to get on board with more of the public transportation in this city. This is probably a little bit excessive. I mean, we could try a ferry, maybe, if I can actually get it to... Yeah, there's no way. Okay. Maglevs. Maglevs require the academy, so it's going to be a ways down the road to get to that. Well, in that case, we're just going to go back to Gazconda, because I'm done with that. And we'll speed it up till the money hits the bank. Till the money hits the bank. There it is. Okay. And then we will we'll go ahead and drop in a few things. We'll drop in an education level. And after that, we'll drop in a working level. And after that, we'll drop in various things that I need. Attempting somehow to get all that. I'm hoping medium tech level for that. I don't know, maybe my education level isn't going to be high enough. I know, they need to go to school. I do have money for a high school, I could plop that down. How much? Really, I can't connect it to this. That's actually very lame. So I suppose I could destroy it, delete it, and maybe make it go straight. Maybe that's the issue here. The real issue is it doesn't... Anyway, so that looks like it's done. Education level's done. Now we're going to go ahead and add a medium wealth office. Medium tech level office. This will just bring more people in, and tourism in is really what I've noticed it actually does. So we're actually doing what now? That's a little bit, managed to make it over here. And I guess we do a mall level. They need medium wealth shopping. It would just be so much easier to actually raise these up. And the densities, these are high density, are they not? I've done that now. Yeah. See, I think I've really borked myself as far as this is concerned, because now I'm just draining money by a ton. And we're low on money. Or low on water, I should say. What's the deal here? Are we not buying enough? We can buy more from Omega City. We'll do that. Ooh. Let's not do that. That looks like it's using all their water. Gas town is going to require more, basically. I don't know what the problem is. Pollution? Possibly. Possibly. There's a bit of that. I wish you would tell me. I wish you would give me a goddamn hint. Because it looks like we're doing okay. I mean, I don't see any buildings, especially in the Mega Tower, that are suffering. Hey. We have raised tech level. It's unfortunate that I want to get rid of this stuff. But... Oh, they're complaining to me about increasing density, too. Oh, hey, they could. Well... Why not? Let's give it a shot, see what it does. Strip of terrible industry. Be interesting. That apartment level is just never gonna make money because so that still doesn't count? I just put a goddamn school immediately above them. Do they seriously need, like, the bigger? I feel like maybe that's true. Well, we'll just have school over here. And to expand upon all that within the city, and that, I mean, we're going to be overloading classrooms immediately, I realize. Do you think it's just with the buses? We taught 950 of 950. I think that means that they all managed to go. Wealth, thanks to all that, is good. I honestly have no idea what you're complaining about. Okay, well, as this goes on, it is building up. It's just this. It's getting there, but I mean, already Omega City is the one to beat as far as high rises and bigger skyline, and you see that reflection of the moon. I wasn't the only one who just saw the double reflection of the moon, right? Ooh, but things and stuff. But I mean, on the positive note, we have found jobs for all those people that I was hoping to find jobs for, except for a lot of medium wealth. There's actually a considerable chunk of medium wealth jobs that are still not fulfilled, and a large part of that just could be this. Low-tech industrial, but it's still tech. These are building up. I think the low or the medium wealth jobs are more like retail, commercial, unfulfilled high wealth jobs. There are a lot of high wealth jobs available. I mean, I guess there's a lot of people looking for low wealth shopping. Surely they can go out of that's what I'm looking for. A big, future-fied, gigantic tower, and I think these are probably as big as they get. But this is what I'm looking for. That's excellent right there. It does not enter into this. So, now I'd hate to immediately kill all this because we do need some low-grade commercial, which is kind of out here. I wish it would build up. It can still build up without it, I mean, as we saw here. Oh, that's actually medium. No, maybe I'm lying. Thought we could get some taller buildings. I don't know. At this point, Gazconda makes me, we can't get to any shopping. Well, on the positive, their profit, we're making a little bit of profit, and there's much higher demand now for them. Well, in that case, maybe I build one more of them in a higher level mall. How about we build this first, and then we build the residential on top of it? That sounds good to me. And since we're now kind of going around, I also want to finish maybe the ring. Get some more. Not enough room to increase density. Yeah, that's kind of why it needed to be going the other way. So while we're waiting for that to finish building, let's go ahead and do high density, high density, high density, high density. Because the next step is going to be adding streetcars, which at least for this town will be aimed at. Okay, we're going to get more in there. And this could be horribly disastrous for me, but I see the demand, and immediately we've killed all medium wealth or the higher wealth mall needs. This is probably the only place in Gaslantis that you can actually go for the hoity-toity shopping anyway. I still don't understand what it's complaining about. But it's complaining about something. Now, actually, this is having the reverse effect, which is actually good. Having the high-tech industries is actually nullifying the bad industrial wastes of land value. So, that means, in theory, I could have a ring that has industrial in it. As long as it's high-tech industrial. Okay, now what have we done? Well, the mall level isn't making any money because it doesn't have shoppers, which I have attempted to do there. We don't have enough people living here. Okay, well now they're coming in. Mad that the kids can't get educated. Couldn't get educated. That should be alleviated now, apparently. Taught 800 students yesterday, so I guess we're still full up. Looks like we're still kind of full up. Our money is bouncing back significantly, so that's good. Put the flagpole there. We'll go ahead and put a bus there. Gymnasium does what? Just raises land value? That's going to have to be something out there, and then I guess we can put that on top. Cool. Well, I could add another one. I mean, I could add another one. Why not? If I don't put one on the side, then I can leave that. Okay, we'll just add at least one level, and we can get more people in, more education. It's always a good thing, I guess. It is in this town, anyway. We don't... I would love to see these actually increase in densities. Now, that's only going to happen if we start squeezing people. Here we go, here we go. These little shops on the side here. It's kind of funny. So what did I actually intend to do with this, then? Well, honestly, nothing really. I think I'd intended to put parks back here so I could increase wealth. Now, that is something I could still do. But do I have access to that now? I do, because I've got the tourism tower. So hot air balloon park, which I believe is exactly what he wants. How big is that? That is excessive. And does not fit anywhere good. But as far as the aesthetics of Gasconda are concerned, perhaps. So they're doing better. Mildly better. Let's go ahead and look at everybody here. Still need more shoppers to make profit, but, well, today just started, I guess, so it's, yeah, so we're minus 11 grand on that, and total profit yesterday was still negative $1 million, everything. We're getting more people in, though, so that's a positive. The more people that move in, the more they'll take care of the high wealth commercial need, so that's good. That is good. So yeah, if I bring Omega Co over here and start building franchises, we will start futurifying the city, which is precisely what we need to be doing, and it's what I'd love to continue to have happen. We're kind of seeing a little bit of that in these buildings here, I suppose, but you know, at the same time, it's not futurifying enough. It's got to spread, and the only way it's going to spread is if we start doing franchises. So I guess that's how we'll do that. So this quadrant looks to be low wealth. That's fine for now, I guess. We still need way more high wealth. More high wealth demand. They all want to live in the elite mega tower. So again, the more that I keep cramming in. Now why won't these go? It's not increasing its density. This one immediately filled up, and they're happy, and everything's great. These guys need more high wealth shoppers, which again we could get if I could slam more people in here. They're not coming in for some reason, possibly because I don't know, I mean, there's demand for it. Oh well, anyway, so I don't know, maybe one quadrant will remain sort of low density or low wealth so that I can keep fulfilling those needs. We'll go for maybe a medium wealth somewhere. I guess I have to just kind of keep an eye on where my money is. You know, we could just kind of transition, go kind of high wealth to half. That way it makes the, oh, well, I guess the low land value made sense because they were dead. They were dead while they were growing up. And now they're back, and it's like, oh shit. Now I just created a toxic hellhole in the middle of the city. Well, you know, I mean, that's not really... I did not want any industry in this town at all. Tech levels for these are very low, though. That's the thing. I think that I'm actually correct in this. I mean, you can look and see that it's far, far better here than it is with these other ones. These are medium techs too, so I almost wonder if it'd be worth destroying some of these, because the better tech levels these factories are, the more willing people are to perhaps live amongst them, which would be good for me. Well, one last act before we go here, because it's kind of that time. Just finish off that sector right there. Okay, so I'm going to end this one here. Gazconda is building up. Not quite how I'd envisioned originally, but it's working, and the residential needs seem to be pushing the low density commercials out here. I don't know. The balancing act of this is, I think I've lost the plot here. People can commute, but it doesn't look like they're commuting too much. There's not too many people going to one city or another, and I'm not sure that I like that, because it means I can't really do what I wanted here, which is mostly building elite mega towers. I mean, it's just not working out for me so well. Anyway, I'm going to end this one here. I will see you next time.